am the cure for liberalism. As this is my first video, I think it's appropriate for me to quickly address the goal of this channel. I'm here to bring you the truth and facts about things in our society, whether it be exposing truths in politics or debunking SJW bullshit. I'm going to do it, and I'm doing it for you. So if you think you'll enjoy this type of material, please subscribe. So today I wanted to talk about modern political discussions you'd have with your friends or a random group of people on Facebook. I want to talk about how liberalism is causing political discussion to almost be non-existent, not only in colleges, but pretty much everywhere else. As you may already know, colleges today are full of liberals. Many students are buying into this bullshit of how they live in a white privileged, racist society. I can't blame them too much though, because the reason for this is simple, a distortion of reality. The education system is telling students in this country that all minorities are automatically disadvantaged and that they live in a white racist society. They're not just lying to them about race in this country though. The education system is also discouraging dissenting views. I mean, just look at all the stories that prop up showing this. Look at what occurred at the University of Missouri in early November last year. A group of radical black liberation activists, assisted by leftist faculty members, forced the resignation of the university's president and chancellor. One leftist professor, Melissa Click, actually called for manpower on a student who was filming the protests and riots. She actually wanted other people to help her grab a guy who was filming and drag him away. Look at what happened at DePaul just a few months ago. A public speaker named Milo Yiannopoulos went to the school to talk at a meeting for the Young Republicans Committee. Unfortunately, the speech didn't happen because radical black liberals decided to hop on stage and scream the entire time and blow whistles. Did the faculty do anything about it? Nope. They actually did nothing for the 2 hours Milo was there, and so the entire event was pretty much ruined because of these people. The president of DePaul, who stepped down, and all the staff were liberals who catered to these radical left-wing people. It was basically censoring free speech in real time. It was vile, and now if you go to DePaul's Facebook page, their average rating is 1 star. They deserve it though. Oh wait, they must have disabled ratings because it was so bad. But go to their page and scroll down to the visitor post to see what I'm talking about. So with all that being said, it's important to note that this type of thinking transcends after college. This is part of the reason that Hillary Clinton has supporters in the first place. Besides the lobbyists and special interests, average people who are liberals will vote for her despite the fact that she has a huge amount of corruption behind her. They don't look at things objectively. Facts don't matter to these people. If Donald Trump says something not politically correct, it's their main focus because that's how they've been brainwashed in college. To take offense to everything. It doesn't matter if you bring up the context to these people, they do not care. They live in their own fantasy world.
You weren't born in the United States, or even if you were and you're not white, which I don't know what qualifies you as white anymore. It makes you not a human being. There were a lot of comments about just building walls.
You can't even ask questions. For example, this lady commented on a post about an 8-year-old black kid who got shot and lay dying in the hands of his older brother. In the comments she asks, "Where are the riots in the streets for these boys? Why is it only the death of thugs that cause protests? Where are the Black Lives Matter people when little children are killed, the same thugs they would riot for if the murders were shot by police?" The first person to respond says, "You're pathetic. You don't care about these boys at all. You just wanted a platform to spew your hate agenda." And this is what I mean. They can't accept legitimate questions or criticism. This is a disease. It comes out of college and then spreads all over, from the use of the internet to gathering of hate groups like Black Lives Matter. The media is also responsible for this disease. For example, when Michael Brown, a thug who was killed in a complete and justified manner, what did the media do? Did they wait until all the facts were out until making statements? Nope, they race baited and made it seem like Brown was an innocent, unarmed black man who was murdered in cold blood by the evil Darren Wilson. You probably all know that the media already lies, but think about this. The average American who works 9 to 5 probably doesn't follow politics too closely. Can you imagine how badly they are influenced when they do tune into the news to hear lies and not the real truth? Can you imagine how the disease can spread with ease to uninformed, casual people? This lies in the problem with modern political discussion. Today, it is very rare to have a mature, well-mannered political discussion. Whether it be on the internet or with a random person, the chances of having a nasty liberal call you names and lie is very high.
How about you holding a Trump sign? Where they disgrace to America too, because he doesn't like you or your peers.
My friends are immigrants. You didn't answer my question, by the way. Yeah, you didn't answer our question. What has he said?
He said send Mexicans back to Mexico.
No, he said
don't let Muslims here.
Yeah, he said.
Why?
Are you gonna let me talk or are you gonna yell?
No, I'm telling you because you holding this Trump.
Unless you're in a community that shares similar views, having a discussion with random people on Facebook or in person is most likely going to be bad, and the blame all falls on the education system and the media.